We got 3 out of 5 up with a Tim Curry photo. So, Ralphie?
3 out of 5?
Yeah.
Oh, because
Jay
Jess doesn't have her own picture?
Well,
I
Jay's got Wadsworth. Tom's got Frankenfurter. What is that?
That's Hexus from Fern Gully. Played by voiced by Tim Curry.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I never knew that. So then we are the, can we, I don't know, can we, what can we name our group here then in honor of, oh shit, no, wait, let's wait till he dies, then we'll name our group after Tim Curry somehow.
Bite your tongue, sir, he will never die.
I know. I shouldn't say that.
But we could change the group name from Unlikely Heroes to The Tim Has Come.
There you go. Ralphie, you'll have to get a Tim Curry photo icon, or whatever you call him.
That way you can curry favor with the group.
Can you guys hear me?
What, Tom?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Say that again.
You're a liar.
Ralphie, go online and see if you can find a bottle of curry powder and make that your photo.
Wait, why a bottle of curry powder?
With a piece of tape on it that says Tim.
Right. I think if you don't get that joke, sir, I thought maybe they cut your hair too deep.
All the way down.
I had to bring the cells to the surface somehow.
Hi, honey. What's up?
I just watch Nina and watch TV.
You watching Nina's TV? Good job.
So how was everybody's day?
Super. Hi, babe. Ralphie and I cleaned the cars out and got some Elder Scrolls in.
There you go. Online or just playing Skyrim?
Online, yeah.
What, honey? You can't do
Is
that.
that where you get your
Jay,
inspiration?
She wants a kiss.
Jay's got us.
Hi!
I love you too. For some reason.
She's laughing. Oh, you should hear her laughing. She's laughing like you.
That is Daddy. That's Daddy.
Or you go the other way, you see Daddy Ralph. Go on, Daddy. You see probably Daddy Ralph. There's Daddy right there, Daddy Ralph. You're gonna give Daddy a kiss. Give her Daddy Ralph a kiss. Give Daddy Dave a kiss.
So, just out of for fun, Jess, I just want to let you know. Oh, can I have a kiss? Mwah, I love you. The way that stuffed animal's sitting on your belly, it looks like you're expecting.
Oh.
She's expecting a newt.
Expecting, yeah.
Oh, that's a butterfly.
Oh, no, it's a butterfly. The newt is
Yeah, the newts and yeah.
Is that a Pokemon or something? I don't know.
It's Mushum.
Just the thing they've been selling at Costco, and
They're great pillows.
yeah, they're very soft, they're very squishy, and they're very collectible.
Yeah,
Huh.
apparently. Make great pregnancy pillows. That's why I started collecting them. Was
There you
years
go.
ago.
I mean, that works.
Yep, she just wears one under her shirt, and everyone thinks she's pregnant.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Good way to get time off work.
Good plan. Jay, are you there?
Wadsworth?
Butler. Oh, Butler. A beverage, please.
Wow, he's got that to you fast.
Thank you, sir. Tom, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We're gonna need a close-up of that haircut, mister.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Jason's having technical issues. He was fine until you guys logged in. We've been sitting here just as clear as day. He traded over to hardline connection on his internet.
He's placing the blame on us. We're not coming in at all.
Can you guys give him an idea of what he needs to do to make sure he's got a better connection? Does he have to set it to his computer or his laptop to like local connection or something, or Wi-Fi, or?
I think once you plug in the hard line, it should just select the best connection automatically.
Okay. Because he connected with a cord instead of Wi-Fi, hoping to get a better signal. He was doing fine, so.
Yeah, that's what we're doing too.
What was that, Ralphie? I like how we're sitting here and like Tom's camera like just keeps filling up with food.
He's just getting his D&D provisions ready.
I don't have any D&D provisions. I'm jealous.
You have that drink.
I had the drink. I usually like a Slim Jim too. My weakness.
Well, shucks.
Let's see. Is this working now?
You've been working the whole time. It's Jason that's not working.
For some reason, I'm hearing you through my TV and not my headset. There we go. I thought my headset turned off because I couldn't hear you guys from across the house.
Know what's going on with Jason's connection? He was fine.
Oh no. What's he running it on? Is it on Chrome?
I think he got Chrome on laptop.
Okay. Ow.
How did my thing end up on top of Tom?
And then I
Oddly
think,
enough, like Randall shows up on top of you and Jason, but under me and Scrags if I try to drag him to different places.
Yeah. So I can't see Tom. I can only see the edge of Tom because my camera's over his.
When you hover over the picture, hold it by the 3 lines in the bottom left, and it should let you drag it around.
Mine? Let's
Yeah.
try to get it right.
I usually just line all 4 of you up down on the bottom.
Oh, there we go.
Over top, because that's where I belong in relation to everyone.
No.
uh-oh, what did you get? You got to keep that roll now.
Well, let's see. On my percentile die, I got a 30.
All right, you better bank it. That's not very good, though.
My friend gave me a new set of dice yesterday.
Aw. He said, here's a new set of dice now. Go get a haircut.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is my haircut, by the way. Can't see it very well through the camera, I don't think.
Yeah, that looks good.
Jason!
Thank you. Hey, Jason, you're there!
Sort of.
Oh, there's a picture of you. Oh, wait, you moved a little bit.
You sure?
Oh, great, Jason's back.
This frame rate is terrible.
You might have to turn off everybody's video again, Jason.
Okay.
Is that, you think that might be what it is?
Jason, try talking. Can he not hear us?
I don't know. That's what we did last week, didn't we? Turn the video right off.
Yeah, Jason had to turn his video off, and on his side he had to turn everyone else's video off.
I'm just not gonna quit.
What?
Is Roll20 like? Do their servers only allow for a certain amount of data or something? Where
It seems a little bit more like it's Jason's connection, because I don't know.
yeah, we don't seem to be having a problem. I guess.
I would think we'd all be showing issues if it was. And Jason was one of the earlier ones in, so.
Yeah, like I said, him and I have been chatting here for
Hang
well
on,
since
hang on
7
for a
o'clock, and he wouldn't have any problems. All right, I'm gonna shut off my camera and see if when he logs in, if he has any better connection.
does everyone here have Facebook?
Yeah.
Or should we give a shot to Messenger Rooms and see if it works any better?
I think the issue mostly comes down to Jason's connection, but
Yes, and they're the ones who ruined it for him, apparently.
unfortunately when the videos are turned off, it's hard to tell if someone's there or if they step away for a little bit or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jay is able to roll dice.
That's
I
all
would
we
hope
really
so. I don't know how else he would have been getting rolls this entire time.
Maybe he hopes if he rolls high enough his video will work better.
There you
He
go.
rolled very low on the internet.
Okay, I need you guys to give me an internet check. Add your con save bonus.
I got a 15.
Poor Jay. So he's on my screen, but he has no like activity on Roll20. Jay, log off the porn. Let me tell him.
Oh, there's so
There's gonna be some strength rating, I guess. It's not as fun. Not as much fun with that.
do. Jukebox Hero.
fire keeps crossing. I'm like,
It says it's reloading him. And now there's actually at least something on his picture. Nobody move. I see him. Okay, y'all are moving. Yes. Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me saying yes?
I can hear you say yes. I'm the one you're asking, right?
who else would he be asking?
Okay. So it seems like you have a pretty big delay too, right?
I'm not even getting him.
Can you hear me now? I cannot see you.
Ralphie, say something so he can hear you.
So you can't hear me either?
I'm still just getting spinning arrows.
I can see Randall.
Oh, I can hear Jason.
Most of Randall I can see here.
Oh, right. So it seems like Jay's got a bit of a delay. Is that something we can manage, guys?
I think so.
What kind of delay?
I don't know, close to 3 or 4 seconds at least. Right?
I don't know how to test that, but say something and I'll repeat it.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type a word in the box, and I'm going to say something when I say something. And then you'll see like how far apart those are, typing versus voice, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I just typed something and now I'm saying something.
Okay. You're saying you're a dumbass. Is that what you're saying?
No.
That's a.
Oh, I
that's
read
a-
that wrong.
That's a
Oh,
really
wait.
long delay because you said that last week, didn't you?
Yeah, you got a delay of about like 4 or 5 seconds or something like that. The only thing I can think is it's
And it's
You
been like
don't-
that for a while.
okay. Well, you clearly you don't seem willing to close the porn, so let's move on then. This way. So let's give this a shot then. It is a when last we met, you learned from Scraggs of a likely plot to ambush your party. After setting an ambush of your own and laying in wait, you successfully fended off the attack of several of your clan's hunters. You defeated all but one that whistled and summoned away the Deathmaw Warg and vanished into the night. In addition, you managed to capture one of Heska's witches, who is now gagged and bound to a tree in your camp. So that's where we are now. In media res, as they say. I think. So, what are you going to do with this captured prisoner that you made such an effort to revive
We'll keep her alive.
and keep her alive?
Kill her.
I'm under the impression that the war chief doesn't respond well to failure. So I'd like people with a decent charisma, which Jess would have counted as one of them, but she had to go lay down. She's not feeling well, and I guess
Okay.
her sinuses are killing her, so she might climb into her own backpack for a little while.
Okay. I don't know what that's going to do to the universe, but we'll see how that goes.
I think dividing by 0 is possible now.
Yeah, could be now. We might be able to draw straight lines now, too.
There's no chance that I'll ever be able to do that.
Okay. Well. All right. So, are you trying to? What are you? Are you trying to? I assume that was all talking to her, right?
Not yet. So does anybody have any questions? How? Who was the person?
She says, "Keeping me alive will do you no good."
Might not do you any good either. How does the war chief respect people who fail on the missions he sends them on?
You will kill me, or he will kill me. Whatever happens, it is his wish.
How would you like a third option of you stay alive altogether?
She says, "My loyalty is with Heska
Heska's gonna
and
kill
the
you.
chief." She does give just a hint of a pause to your offer, but she's not vocalizing that consideration yet. Anyway, he will see me dead as we are hunting you.
Who didn't join the battle? Who stood back and ran away when things got rough?
Who called the dog?
She kind of smiles, like, sort of maliciously. And she says, "Oh, he did not flee. He will watch you from afar."
So he's not going back to the camp?
Oh no, he has been given orders by the chief. And he will see them through.
I'd like to do an insight and see if she's lying.
Okay. Go for it.
I'm also interested in whether she's telling the truth.
I got a 1.
Did you do better than that, Randall?
A little, but not by much. I got a 6. I think my insight has a +5, so I got an 11.
An 11 is decent enough for. It seems that she's being honest, and your biggest clue to that is she seems to be taking some kind of malicious joy in sharing even the littlest bit of information about this individual that she's speaking about.
Well,
We've made it this far, escaping the war chief's grasps. What makes you think somebody of your talents couldn't go further?
All right, so why don't you guys, it seems like you guys are diplomatizing with her, like you're trying to reason with her. You have not been given to threats yet. So I'll let you give me a diplomacy check against her better judgment.
Would that be persuasion or
persuasion? Yes. It's not going to be easy. She's, from the words she's saying, she is loyal, but maybe you guys are impressing upon her the value of her own life.
I got a 9.
Jason, you're our charisma guy.
I got a 20. A dirty 20.
Okay, I take that back. Tom, you're our charisma guy.
She looks at you, and she looks at you, Crawl, and she says, "My life is forfeit, but perhaps not immediately. What would you have of me?"
The way I look at it, you are already dead. You've experienced the pain of death, and we spared that of you. As far as your companions are concerned, you've been relieved of your time on Earth. Or whatever this planet's called. Faerun. Your visit to Faerun has come to a close. Why don't you take this opportunity we're giving you and become someone else? Maybe help us put the world back in order.
There is order in this world with the chief in power.
Okay, well, what's that gonna do for the rest of the world?
She just tilts her head like that's a strange question. It matters not, the rest of the world. All that matters is the clan and our loyalty to Grumsh. You would not know that, though, blasphemer.
No, I respond to somebody everybody ends up responding to at one stage of their existence. All die, even the gods. And when they do, they answer to
Kevin Bacon.
the gods of death. Kevin of the Bacon.
Tom, I got it. Tom, props for the timing on that right there. Shit. Did you guys rehearse that? That pause just long enough for Tom to get in there with that.
I rehearse a lot of pauses.
All right.
I want to ask her, what about all of the other clans that believe the same thing that you do, that their war chief is all powerful?
Hello, sirs.
The shit. Hold on. So, what was your question again, then, Tom?
If you believe your war chief is so powerful, what of all the other clans that believe the same? How do we really know that one of them wouldn't harbor you and take you in, such a powerful sorceress?
You suggest I leave the clan and find home with another?
Perhaps a more peaceful one.
Oh, the clans do not know peace. Right now, there is truce. You put her in timeout? Oh, tell her be good then, don't go in timeout. Sorry, we're disciplining Minnie Mouse right now. Right now there is truce. But when there is war, there will be no peace. You are journeying towards that city. And she spits on the ground. To what end? We have followed you this far.
How did you manage to find us?
We followed the shadow.
The shadow?
She kind of tilts her head in the distance,
The shadow?
perhaps in the direction that you heard the whistle come from.
How did the shadow follow?
What is the shadow?
It's where there's like the sun or a source of light that that shines upon an object or a person and creates a shadow beyond it. Ralphie, give me an intelligence check or knowledge local.
About a shadow?
Yes.
10.
You specifically, Ralphie, you only know that the shadow is a his true name, the name that he goes by is Kurchek. Kurchek. And he is a hunter that is loyal to the chief. And he is also a bugbear.
And he also knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men. The shadow?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. What is that?
I was thinking more in the lines of him hunting gorillas.
Was he accompanied by a boxer and or an American bulldog and a Siamese cat?
I'm still not getting your reference. Is this are you making this up right now?
Their journey was rather incredible. Okay.
There's a guy named Kurchek and Tarzan.
How can there be shadow when it's night?
I know there is.
Everywhere is shadow when it's Evernight.
That was kind of my impression.
Kurchek was the big bad gorilla in.
Oh wait, Kurchek was the gorilla and not the hunter.
Yes.
Ah, Clayton was the hunter.
Clayton was the hunter, yeah.
Ah.
These are all important subjects. But I guess I'm the one who insisted on interrogating this person.
Perhaps if you free me, I will wander to some place that will not prove my immediate death.
I don't think you have much options back with the clan. Fearog will be eating your breakfast instead of mine.
Perhaps I will find another clan that is also loyal to the Nobold.
None of us believe that you won't go back and on us.
Well, I guess I haven't got any extra use for her. Why don't we just put her back down? What was your name, madam?
Hello, sirs.
Why must you know if you intend to kill me?
Let's call it I'm keeping a collection.
She kinda. After all this, you intend to kill me instead?
Well, I was hoping you could give us some valuable information, but as you don't seem to have any, I guess you don't have a whole lot of use for me.
Well, are you? Is this an intimidation check you're trying to make, or what?
I mean, if anybody would like to play good cop, they're welcome to, but,
Oh, that's cool.
if she's gonna pose a threat to our group and our continual progression, then,
All right. Well, then she stands up. She kind of sits up straight and attempts to put on a noble face, and she says, "I am Neela, the Breath Cleaver."
Neela?
The breast cleaver?
You know what? Yes, Breast Cleaver. So then, what do you do?
Well, I guess I'm gonna undo what I did. And I pull out my...
Okay.
I get my mace out and start approaching her.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom wants to reason with her, but I feel like Crawl would be more along the line.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Running the risk of her coming back after us or helping them again isn't really
All right.
worth it.
Oh, hi.
So let's just talk about alignments for like just a half a second. The law and chaos axis of alignment governs whether your character values law over chaos. So, if you are a lawful character, you would uphold the tenets of law in whatever society you live in. Oh, what do you got? Is that an envelope? If you are a chaotic character, you basically don't value law and you only value basically people's desires, essentially. And law doesn't mean anything in achieving your goals. And a neutral character on the law-chaos axis would value law and chaos depending on the situation. Some laws have more bearing on that person than others. Good and evil is self-explanatory, but it's up to you guys to determine right now whether killing her is acknowledging a form of law. And I would say that if you are loyal to the clan, this is a prisoner who has no need of you, or you have no need of, and she is a threat. So, the law of the clan would be to kill her. Same thing more or less goes with chaotic, except that it's not based on law. It's not based on.
I really don't play with those buttons, babe.
An evil character might kill her one way or not, any way, either way. So the only thing I ask is just to play your character and make sure you can justify your actions. This is not really a dramatic situation in that respect. it's kind of cut and dry as far as I'm concerned. So, especially considering you guys come from where you come from, so you are well within your character's ideologies to get rid of her and move on.
Hey, Scrags, during your time in the tunnels, navigating through them, is there any threats down there that an extra pair of hands could help us survive through?
Well, we can always use an extra pair of hands. And if we force her to come along with us, instead of killing her, she might be proved useful in the long run.
She also can set things on a more difficult course if she so desires. I've got her magical stick here, but she has other ways of using magic as many of us do as well. So,
Well, I don't think killing is the solution. Maybe just tying her up and leaving her here, someone will find her.
I guess we can take her with us and offer her up to the queen as a gift.
Possible. That's not a bad idea.
Found her and gagged her, so she can't really speak to cast anything.
What was that, Jason?
Oh, yeah, that's relevant. Hold on.
I'd like to cast Charm Person on her.
Hi!
Charm person would only last a little bit, Jay, but it's something you could cast on her if you needed to do something that she was resisting.
I wouldn't mind knowing a little bit more about this shadow person.
It's duration is 1 hour.
Daddy, it's not open.
Yeah, I mean, if you were able to charm her, you might get better answers out of her.
Daddy, it's not open.
Before you cast it, does it cost? Do you have to roll anything to cast it successfully?
I don't have to roll anything. It's a save.
Okay.
You got your brush, your
Casting guidance on it's not really going to be much help.
It says hello, everybody.
You're supposed to be checking bananas.
Okay, so you want to go ahead and do that then, Jay?
If you play with them,
Why not?
you can't have that stuff. You don't take
All right. So what is my save on that, bro?
Wisdom.
Daddy has to do deduction with that.
Wisdom.
You're not getting enough find it. When does it go back on here now?
Wisdom. What's the DC on it?
Pink.
It doesn't say.
Probably
Yeah,
your
pink. Yeah, they're pink dice.
It's is it my spell save bonus?
You want to sit on my lap?
Spell save DC?
Spell save DC is going to be your proficiency bonus plus your caster
casting
bonus.
modifier. Plus 8, I think.
That is Daddy. That is Daddy. That I
You say 15?
Daddy. Daddy. Daddy.
Oh shit!
Oh, Abby, don't touch it.
1, 3,
It went away.
13? All right.
Oh wait a minute.
So what does that look like for you casting that spell?
Nice.
I walk up to her and I put my hand on her arm and focus on her.
Oh my good lord.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The child is hogging the wavelength. I can, yeah. So, she looks at you and she sneers, bro. She totally saved. And she says, "Your silver tongue will not charm me. I do what I want."
Well, maybe somebody in the castle has a little bit more ability to persuade her and is interested in the information she carries. So let's just go ahead and tie her up, cover up her mouth, and bring her with us. We can offer her as a trade.
Hey, you back?
All right. So,
Kinda heavy for you?
you guys, I think that you guys were able to rest through the evening because you guys
You did, silly.
took watches while on
You
your
did, silly.
your ambush setup. So we are going to say that you guys were refreshed right up until the actual ambush occurred. Oh my good lord.
I read no.
Didn't we rest after the ambush?
Yeah, you can rest again.
Oh, I thought
You didn't.
I thought the way we talked about it, we completed the ambush, and then we had a rest.
No, as far as I know, the ambush is just ended now, and you had a prisoner. You could attempt to rest now again. It's early in the evening. If you remember, the ambush occurred at about 10 o'clock in the evening, and maybe it only lasted a half an hour. So
Daddy, this is love.
that one's mine. Put it back here, honey. Please
Daddy, this is
put it back right now. Thank you, honey. Go give Daddy his phone back, please.
No.
So, so I haven't had
it
a
is-
chance to summon my Steve Steed then.
Right. So you could rest again if you guys wanted before you moved out in the morning, or whatever you wanted to do.
If we haven't successfully had our rest yet, then I believe some of us are still pretty low on HP, aren't we?
I got 4.
Yeah, so we might want to get ourselves a
Yeah, we
bit
should
of
take a
shut
long
eye.
rest.
I think I'm out of spell slots, probably.
Okay. So give me guys a watch order then. First watch.
Aye.
Crawl. First watch. Second
Okay.
watch.
I'll do second.
That's pick. Third watch.
I'll take third.
And fourth watch. That would be Scrags.
Unless we want to say Ock takes a watch or something.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, worst case happens, you guys wake up and she's dead because there was an ambush. So, all right. So you guys get her pied real good and bound. So who's gonna tie her up? That's my question.
Wasn't she already tied to a tree?
Yeah, but now, I mean, you guys had her tied to a tree, but then you guys were staring at her and interrogating her. But now you want to tie her up and then go to sleep, with the exception of one of you. So I assume you want to tie her up really, really good, so that she doesn't try to escape. Which means you're going to have to make a dex check,
I've got a pretty decent dexterity.
or a survival roll.
Ock has a pretty good survival roll, but her not being here.
I've
Yeah,
got a decent dexterity. Would I get advantage since I happen to have 50 feet of rope?
I'll give you advantage just because you guys have all night to do it.
Yeah.
What's in there?
What information is the most populous web country in the world?
Give it to her.
That was a nat 20.
A natural
That was a
20.
nat 20.
Yeah, on the most useless roll of the day.
Wow. I mean, that's not. I can't say that was useless because I was gonna have her try to escape.
Okay,
So,
well,
I mean, but
a 23
I mean,
if that makes any difference, because I do have a +3.
that does make all the difference. So, all right. So here we go. Crawl, your watch. Oh, I rolled the wrong die. Hold on. Here we go. Your watch is fine, and you see, as you're doing your watch, like invariably, you kind of like you're not watching her at a particular moment because you turned away and look at your book or what have you, and you can see her try to struggle out of these binds. Pick on your watch. Everything seems to go fine, and you see her struggle some more to try to get out of these ropes.
I do want to say that I talked to her.
What's that?
I want to say that on my watch, I tried to have a conversation with her.
Okay, I did not get what you just said. You
He
did
wants
that.
to have a conversation with her.
Oh, you want to have a conversation with her. It's funny when you said that. I was like, I want to have a conversation with her. That's the way you came across. It was really weird. Okay, so what do you want to talk to her about?
That's what I said. I want to explain to her why it's so hard to live in that place when all they did was treating me like trash. I want to make her feel guilty.
For making you feel like trash?
The mockery, the laughing.
Okay. So what kind of things do you say to her?
Nicholas wants to know why you guys hated me.
She looks at you and she kind of gives you like a pouty face and like just like this very sad kind of face, and then it kind of smiles into a sneer. Because you are weak. If you are weak, you are prey. If you are weak, you have no value to the clan. Poor little greenskin.
I'm gonna take my crossbow out and aim at her face.
You're gonna take your crossbow out and shoot her in the face? Is that what
I
you said?
think he just said aim it at her face.
Aim it.
I didn't know what to make of that for a second. Okay. I mean, give me an intimidation roll, and I'll give you advantage on it just because you got a weapon pointed at her face. Are you serious about it though? I want to know what your mindset is. Like, are you holding all this anger inside? Now you're gonna let it out on her?
No. A little bit, but I'm not gonna. Jason, no, I'm not gonna kill her.
Well, I know Jason's not gonna kill her. I want to know if Pickles
That
is
is
gonna
a
kill her.
14.
All right. Okay, you see her she's kind of scoots back
I
a
hold
little
it
bit.
out in front of her face. I hold it to her face, and my hand is strong at the beginning and then start shaking, almost out of anger.
Yeah.
So does
Okay.
he
And then
need
I
to-
put my head down and put my weapon down
should he roll dexterity
and tell her
to see
she's
if
not
he
worth it.
shakes his finger enough to accidentally fire the crossbow?
Ah, man. Should we make him roll a d20? So, listen, like you do that, all right? And she looks at you, and she says, "Did you feel that? Did you feel that in your hand as it shakes? That is power. That is power that craves release. That would not get you picked on in the clan. You have strength within you, but you are weak.
I am strong. Pickles is strong. You just can't see it. And I walk away.
And you're like, wake up, Toombs! This bitch needs a babysitter. All right. I love that. Thank you. We got to see into Pick's mind a little bit. He's a craven bastard, that guy. All right, Toombs, you're up.
Okay.
Toombs, I want. Give me a perception check.
Crap. Are we still in the desert, or are we in a forest?
We're in the forest.
Okay. That's a 1.
Wow. Okay.
Oof.
All right, you see her struggling at her binds again. And, all right, give me one more perception check.
Damn it. So that is a 7.
Wow. Okay. The rest of your watch goes quietly. What do you do?
Well, I've been holding some ward meat from some of our freshly slain wards.
Yeah, you put some out before the ambush.
Yeah.
I recall you saying that.
And I'm kind of still reading in the Philbar's journal, hoping to find some extra information either about where these undead are coming from, or if it has any information about the Evernight, because it originates from before the Evernight took place.
When he wrote them, he didn't seem to have any ideas beyond what you guys knew at the time, because everyone seemed to have been more or less surprised about it, unless they were, in the know, as far as, like, maybe kings and queens and whatnot knew about that sort of thing, but he didn't have any other idea other than taking care of the town before things got real bad. So you're not getting much information beyond the things that he did for the town before things started to go south and he started to lose his mind.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'm not doing much else.
Alrighty. So the rest of your watch goes quietly, and Scrags, you're up for your watch. And Scrags is been dragged into the baby's room to play. All right. He does not wake any of you guys up during the evening. And finally, after you guys have rested some for the whole evening, your spells are refreshed. Your hit points, I think, are full now after a long rest, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Correct.
Auk wakes you all up with a swift kick and says, "Time to wake up!"
Okay, I go and check my summoning meat, and as a Wolf's Raid goblin, I have a racial ability to, within within a mile of certain terrain types like forest, I can set out 1 pound of fresh meat, and racially cast the spell Summon Steed. S-T-E-E-D, not...
Okay.
there's no
So,
E in it.
Ralph is disconnecting because he's still tending to the child, who is craving attentions. But before he logs out, he mentions to you guys that he spotted a wolf prowling around the edge of the campsite some distance away. And your food that you left out is gone.
Okay.
Seems that you failed to notice his arrival.
Okay, I'm gonna go to where the food was and look around for any further signs of him
Okay.
or her.
Make a survival or wisdom check.
Plus 3 is 18.
Okay, that's pretty good. I didn't expect you to do that good.
Yeah, based on my other rolls this evening so
You
far.
see some tracks in that area, and then the tracks do kind of do a couple of circles around the camp. And then you actually do see the tracks kind of lead off a little bit into the distance. Do you follow them?
I'm gonna let everybody know that I'll be back in a few minutes.
The rest of you guys want to wait for him, or?
Is anybody else even around? Jason, are you there?
Yup.
Okay, everybody else has wandered away from their computers.
Sorry, no, I'm
If
ready.
he's only gone for a few minutes, I think we should wait.
Normally hot. I'll probably I'll follow with him and watch his back.
Okay.
Let's pick the witch. Is she still okay? Is she still locked, like tied up?
It does seem that she even fell asleep for a bit during the evening, but Ock viciously kicked her awake, and before she climbed back into her own backpack, so she's awake and she's still there. I was not able to beat the 23 to tie her up, but you all saw her trying to squirm out of her lines. Change it in the bedroom? Okay, let me go change it one time. Alright, let's go.
Do I still have a time delay?
I don't
Do
know
I still have a time delay?
Maybe.
Did you just say that twice?
I set them back to back to see how long it takes.
They said back and like they said it really quickly.
Type something and then say something.
I'm gonna say it at the same time. Ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna type. Hi.
Yeah, that was pretty on par.
Okay, sorry.
So I just.
Okay, so you're gonna creep away from the area and follow those tracks.
Well, actually, how? If I've successfully, I don't know. It all kind of depends on whether I was successful or not, because Summon Steed lets me have a 1 mile telepathic communication with my steed.
Yep. Yep. I'll give you that.
So maybe I'll sit quietly for a moment and reach out telepathically and ask, "Are you there? Did you come?"
Hello, sirs.
Oh, it's good to hear from you. Welcome.
Oh my gosh.
I will name you Angus.
I did not do that.
Oh.
Angus is not here for you to be his steed.
Dang. Do you want me to read what Summon Steed do?
Yeah, why don't you do that? Because I found the spell, but I don't know if it's the same on the spell.
Okay. I'll start with the Wolf Tamer ability. If you are within 1 mile of an Arctic forest, grassland, hill, or mountain environment, you can spend 8 hours to cast Find Steed, using this trait with 1 pound of fresh meat as a material component. Your steed can take no other form than a wolf, and it remains a beast instead of a celestial, fey, or fiend. Only you can ride the wolf steed. Once you use this trait, you cannot use it again until you have finished a long rest. And then the player's handbook lists Summon Steed as you summon a spirit that assumes the form of an unusually intelligent, strong, and loyal steed. In which case, that information is changed to it just stays a beast wolf. Appearing in an unoccupied space within range, the steed takes on wolf. Steed has the statistics of the chosen form, and I can send you what those statistics are for wolf, though it is still a beast. Additionally, if your steed has an intelligence of 5 or less, its intelligence becomes 6. A wolf has an intelligence, I believe, of 4, so it becomes a little bit smarter, and gains the ability to understand 1 language of your choice that you speak. Your steed serves you as a mount, both in combat and out, and you have an instinctive bond with it that allows you to fight as a seamless unit. While mounted on your steed, you can make any spell you cast that targets only you target your steed as well. When your steed drops to 0 hit points, this is probably based on it being a celestial or something, it disappears. You can recast the spell to summon the steed again.
Alrighty.
While your steed is within 1 mile of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. You can't have more than 1 steed. As an action, I can release the steed, or and once again in my I have also a wild command which lets me use my attack action to have the wolf attack in my place.
Okay. So, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to meld a spell with you kind of not necessarily casting a spell and using your connection to wolves and the food to basically befriend it. I'm trying to take the magic out of it a little bit. You know what I mean? Because
I'm just a goblin.
Yeah,
doing goblin tricks.
Right. So you kind of you creep away from the edge of the forest for a little bit, or the edge of the camp, and you sit and you kind of just listen. And after just a few moments, you hear in the distance just kind of like this low and friendly kind of growl in the distance, and you get a good impression of where that's from. And then it kind of it sounds exceptionally accepting to you as you listen in the distance. Do you approach the sound, or do you just kind of wait?
I imagine in my history, I was a wolf raid goblin before I became a cleric.
Sure.
I think I have some instinctive understanding of how this is done. I've probably done it before. It's just been a long time. So I might still be a little bit nervous that perhaps I've done it incorrectly. But I'm going to steel myself and go towards where I believe the wolf is, unarmed, ready to, form a bond with this wolf.
All right, so you kind of head off into the woods a little bit further out, and you know it wasn't far away at all. It definitely is nearby. Give me another perception check.
Perception? I've been doing really good with perception. Okay, that is a 8.
Okay, you are startled by a sound behind you, and you turn around probably with your mace at the ready. or club or whatever. What do you use? Club, was it?
I've been using a mace, but I've also been collecting other weapons.
Okay. So yeah, you turn around with your mace at the ready, and there's a wolf standing there, and you're immediately impressed upon by the fact that this wolf seems aged, and clearly outcast. He is bearing a few injuries of whatever survival he tried to manage within the wolf pack that he was in, but he is clearly an aged outcast, perhaps with a scar along his snout and an ear that's a bit mangled. And he's standing there, and he actually drops a hair at your foot or at your feet.
Like a rabbit?
And yep. No, it's a scalp.
Is this Shadow? Have you?
No,
Good boy.
And he drops it and he steps back, and then he kind of nods at you,
I'm going.
sort of in a friendly manner.
I will accept the rabbit and nod back in my best wolf body language, I guess. And
Okay.
See if I can't reach out with my mind. Well, I guess that's kind of going back to magically, huh?
Well, yeah, I think I feel like you're reaching out with your senses, not so much your mind.
Okay.
So you look at him, and he looks, very clearly back into your eyes, and I'm not talking to you as a dog at all. We're not going to get that out of me.
Okay.
But he clearly understands your body language and your intentions just by looking at you. So he kind of looks at you, and he walks right alongside you as you walk right back into camp.
Okay. Awesome.
So you guys, you see Toombs walk back into camp with a fairly large, but old, I would not say frail, he's just old, wolf that has seen some action, walking very calmly next to him back into the circle. As he enters the circle, he sees all of you. You can tell he kind of sees all of you, and he more or less disregards you. But it seems like he sees the one enemy in the area, bound to a tree, and he stops and he growls.
Good dog. And I scratch him behind his ear. She's not to be trusted, but the rest of this is your pack. Especially me. Alright guys, you ready to go?
I'm gonna go over to the hill, and I'm gonna pick up a rock, and I'm gonna name it Stony, and this will be my pet rock.
All right. Stony looks at you. Stony looks at you with a big smile. Stony is a really friendly rock. He's also seen some action though. He's worn here and there.
I'll be
He
right
got
back.
stoned a couple times.
You can see that Stony is very, very smooth all around, and he immediately goes into a story about how he was once a stone that was tossed around in some animal's gullet, and just spent so much of his days just grinding up food. And
He's a gastrointestinal stone.
yeah, he's very happy to have found a friend.
Oh my gosh.
He goes on to tell you how he was once passed into the forest on the ground. So glad to be free, but still very lonely.
I'm picturing Pickles on top of somebody beating them to death with his stone.
Yeah.
Like, no,
With the
Stony,
stone.
down, no boy.
Bad Stony.
This vicious look of glee on the stone's face. as it exacts his revenge from anything that digests.
Does Tomb draw this face on the stone? Because that would be great.
Like, really just...
You know, like, in all seriousness, like, I can actually see Pickles, like, standing there at the edge of the camp and seeing this and be like, look down at the ground. I just pick up a stone and pet it. Walk away.
Walk away.
Okay, you can have this one piece of candy, okay?
Okay.
Actually, maybe I'll get you a...
Seeing Tomb with pet his wolf, I'm gonna... Oh, wait a minute. Is he? Oh, he's still in the pocket dimension.
Yeah, he is.
I'm gonna call out Gizzard and see how he's doing.
Okay, so you summon Gizzard. So this is up to you. Do you is Gizzard like in the middle of doing things when you summon him? Does he just like boom, like whatever he was doing, or does he have to like step through a gate to you when you summon him? What do you think?
I say he just like bamps. And
Okay, so
whatever he was doing, he was.
So yeah, you bamf, and it looks like he was like in the middle. Like,
wait 1 sec. Wow. My headset's dying, so I didn't hear what you said after you said bam.
I don't think I said anything.
You
cut me out.
interrupted him after he said bam.
Good.
Perfect.
That was pretty good.
Is it purple?
So yeah, he appears in this cloud of sulfur and smoke, ash, covering up all his parts.
Oh, well, jeez. Well,
So he was
I'm gonna
thinking
hurry
that.
and throw the
Hi.
set of common clothes that I have at him, and
Okay.
apologize for catching him at a bad time.
A warning: next time, Gizzard would luck. Perhaps
We try to pat him on the head like Tomb did.
perhaps a text or a just get in my DMs. A quick message, an alert, an alarm, if you will. And he looked around at the campus. Ah, you've added more fodder to your numbers.
Yes, this is Tomb.
Very powerful, Master. You have a dog and a rock.
Don't disrespect the Rock. He's more
We put
powerful.
them together and they rock and roll.
This Rock has lived longer than all of us combined.
Oh, Master, my allegiance to you and your new companions. You can see he's like seriously unimpressed. What of this one? This one is new. Addresses the orc that's still bound and gagged.
Oh, she was in the battle that we were in last time. Tomb stopped her from death.
Why?
That's a good question. I'm asking myself the same thing. I'm impulsive, I guess.
Seems a foolish idea to keep it alive.
Well, I mean, you want to do the honors?
She looks at you. Gizzard looks at you, Crawl, with like this look of, "Can I, please?"
Well, that's up to your father.
I tell him, yeah, go nuts.
Hey, Pickles isn't okay with this.
What does your rock have to say about it, Pickles?
I throw the rock at the.
Gizzard viciously attacks the rock. Leaves it. It's fine. It's just a little bit black and brown, sooty. So-
Ants have the capacity to poison things. Is the Rock immune to poison?
Rock's immune to everything.
The rock is actually like more elite than the rest of you guys combined. He's immune to everything.
And he has a smoldering intensity.
Right. Now, especially.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually,
So,
thoughts occurred to me regarding this imp. You just kind of sent it off into nowhere for a little while, didn't you?
Yes, he went to nowhere, and he is now here.
And you can just do that at will?
As well.
In combat, it takes a turn, but yes.
You guys see Gizzard is standing over there. It looks like he's choking the life out of the rock.
When you send him to his bath again, if you send him with something, does that something come back with him again?
The rock is apparently got the upper hand at this point, and he's rolling around.
I need to double check that. I had that pulled up. I'm pretty certain, yes. I'm going to double check it, though.
If I know where you're going with this, I don't think it's going to count with individuals or persons. I don't think that's going to fly.
No,
I think it's gear. Anything he's wearing goes with him, but that's just like clothing and gear.
Clothing and gear, so we couldn't necessarily send him with a key.
I mean, I imagine we could have him hold the key, and that would be considered in his inventory.
We may want to consider that when we're trying to make our bargains with the humans.
Hide the key.
Just provide a little value in ourselves that can't just be snatched and done away with.
A hide a key.
Sure.
All right, so he's done with his fight with the rock. Leaves it there on the outskirts of the. You're not exactly sure who won. Gizzard has this shamed look on his face. And he comes back over. What would you have of me?
I just missed you. Everyone else had their friends.
Well, should we get started?
To the stewards.
Did you say you wanted to give him the key or no? Is that was something you're just thinking about?
I was just thinking about it, considering courses of action we could take in the future.
Okay.
I think we'll want to first show them we have the key, and then perhaps send him off with it.
That's a good idea.
All right, so then you guys pack up your things, pack up the camp. You clearly you leave it cleaner than it was when you set it. Is that what you guys do? Is that a thing? That's the Boy Scout way.
That's motto.
Yep. All right.
Can we lay the bound prisoner over the back of the wolf, and only I can ride him apparently, but would that count as cargo if we just laid her across his back and let him carry him for us?
I think the only reason you can ride him is because you are small and he is
That's
medium.
true. An orc would not be small.
She would not be small.
We could just tie the rope around him too, and have him drag her.
I
mean that's.
Let's maybe ask Ock to go ahead and carry her for us. You're eating a lollipop. You don't need a chip right now.
Can you carry him? Is he that strong?
You can have a chip.
Yeah, I mean, Ock could probably carry her, but she's not going to be doing anything else. That's for sure. You know, she can't do much anyway. But, if you guys got her bound by the wrist, do you not think you could allow her to walk, or what do you think?
I think if we're walking, she can walk.
Finish your popsicle.
Yeah, I say let's at least tie the rope to the wolf as well, because I feel like everybody who's actively engaged in the game currently, she could easily physically overpower if we were trying to hold the rope.
I got I got a strength rating of 15. I'm
Well,
okay.
I say Randall holds the rope.
Yeah, I'll take the rope and I'll communicate to the wolf. Let's just call him Old One for now. I don't know. I'll call him. I'll let him know if she does anything you find remotely suspicious. Attack her.
Okay. All right. So then you head off towards the city. This is gonna get challenging, guys. Like, I don't have Ralphie right now. And he's kind of where you guys are headed. And we also don't have Ock. So, this
Going into battle could be risky.
I don't like it, and it makes me sad.
Should we talk to the guards?
What's that?
Should we attempt to speak to the guards? Maybe.
That's up to you guys.
Put ourselves in battle's way without our. Watch your movie over there, please. Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay. So, Scraggs leads you over a river and through the woods.
I tried to ask Scraggs before he left whether there was any dangers in the tunnels that he was aware of.
Right.
But that was
okay.
about where he left.
So, Scraggs knows that there are. He knows of 2 threats within the tunnels. Goblins. Okay. And ginormous worms that feed on the garbage and yeah, I guess they would probably do. That feed on the refuse that winds up under the city.
Gross. Wait, so there's 2. You said goblins twice.
Yeah, because there's 2 goblins. Actually, that would be 4. There are at least 4 goblins. Because if I said goblins once, that's a plural. And if I said it twice, it's another plural.
I was just implying the worms that feed on the refuse.
Yeah, there's he says that there's a tribe of goblins that lives under the city. And there are ginormous worms under the city that feed on the refuse.
And are the goblin? I guess if he's listing the goblins in possible hostiles, then they're probably not particularly friendly goblins.
He doesn't. They're not. They're kind of, as long as you avoid them, they avoid you. It seems like.
So is it best to continue, or James, are you trying to tell us we need to wait for them to come back and play?
Oh gosh, that's kind of where I might end up pushing for it. I don't want to rob Ralphie's character of in-character knowledge, because it's part of his character's background.
He's not able to come back, I guess.
Let me go check, because he's like literally entertaining the child right now. Maybe I should have kept her home from daycare so she could be bored of us. I'll be back.
Tried to use my phone to set up Roll20, but it wouldn't work.
Tom had some success with that by putting his phone on desktop mode on the website.
I was looking around, but it was really hard to use. Really hard to.
Yeah, it's really hard to navigate. It's pretty well a last resort whenever I do it. But I mean, good news is I found a way to keep my PC a little bit colder than it was running, so hopefully it doesn't just crash again.
Is that what was going on?
Yeah, it was getting a little hot, and so I you could call it an upgrade, but I don't know.
Is it? Are your fans working? Are your heat sinks working?
The weird. I think I might need to take it apart and clean up and apply some new thermal paste. Or I'm wondering. I have my CPU cooler is a fully no maintenance water cooler, and I'm wondering if the pump in it might be starting to fail on me.
Well, I'm a fan of what you got going on now.
Kind of square.
Hopefully it keeps your computer from blowing out. And then we can win this game. I'm not sure it'll be a breeze, but
So did you guys hear that they're making a document or a biopic about Hulk Hogan?
okay.
And they're getting Chris Hemsworth is bulking up like crazy to try to play Hulk Hogan. I think that's going to be hilarious to try to watch.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Which one's Hemsworth?
Thor.
Oh.
Brother.
All right, so he's being the sacrificial the lamb for us to continue on. I hate to do that without him, but so here's the thing, similar to the way we're handling Ock, without Scrags, we don't have as much of his knowledge that he would have for the source. But that doesn't stop you from going in the gates or figuring out a different way if you guys would rather.
But you said
But
the sewers were kind of gonna be his moment to shine a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's part of his character's background to know the sewers and the city a bit too. But you guys, I mean, I have a contingency for you guys to, try something else. I'm just thinking it's going to be more difficult.
So is the whole city surrounded by a wall? I'm assuming.
So yeah, we can go that far. At least. So you guys are traveling through a forest, and as you are traveling through this forest, you guys are struck by the fact that this forest is healthier than most of the other forests you guys have been through. Just seemingly because maybe because the Purple Knights do a good job at keeping the area clear of undead up to the at least up to the walls and so on. But it's still not the glory that it once probably was. As you pass out of the forest and see in the distance the city, which is more or less basically, you've moved through the forest nearby a town of smaller huts and houses, probably from the less wealthy people of the city, of the region. And then that leads up to a large wall around the city itself. Scrags is able to tell you that the houses around the wall are from the less wealthy people of the region, but there are not many. And most of them vie for entry into the city using their skills and wits to try to get in and find safety and to be useful. Beyond the wall, there is another similar section where people have set up houses and also vendors and street vendors and so on. There is a market just beyond the wall. There is the guard building there at the gate and beyond the wall. And then there is yet another wall which goes into the more wealthy region of the city. And that is where you find the castle and the church and some guild houses and things of that sort. So there are sections of the city. The outermost is basically the toughest to live in, and so on. So yeah, there are walls that divide. And Scraggs points in the distance at the bottom of the wall, where you can see a small gate that allows water or refuse to escape from the city, leading a small stream to a river nearby.
To your lollipop.
And that's where he would have you guys enter.
You don't want any more lollipop?
Let's see. Can I do a? I kind of want to do 2 different checks.
Okay.
Do you have
Can I do
multiple
knowledge
dice you can
check?
roll?
No, whether. Sorry.
Can you roll multiple dice at the same time?
Yeah.
I think that's a requirement for doing multiple checks at once.
Okay. Yeah, I got 2 d20. Oh, okay. I meant to ask you, James. I just learned that this was a thing today. Do you want me to make sure I'm not using countdown dice as d20s?
What?
Yeah, I see. I guess this was a pretty uncommon thing. So a normal like d20, like 20 is on the opposite side of the die from 1, and all of the numbers are kind of mixed in together.
Yeah.
And then these other d20s that I looked at that I have, it goes like around the die 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then around it. So like right next to 20 is 19, 16, 15, 13.
Basically
When
a top.
compared to an actual d20, right next to 20 is like 2 and 8 and stuff.
So it's like a top that you spin.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a 20-sided die. It's just the order of the numbers is apparently something that varies in 2 different types of d20s.
I didn't know there was a thing.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know that would necessarily affect its statistics of rolling one number over another, would it?
Yeah, the ratio is still there. It's still same amount of numbers,
yeah,
same
it's still
chance.
a pretty random ratio. Either
No,
way, I mean, my 2 dice I use anyway are regular d20s, so.
Now hold on. Now I don't know about this ratio business and what word that is. Everything you guys are throwing math at me or something. Because the only thing that I care about as far as the D20 is that there are 20 sides. So I want you guys to take your D20s and count them and make sure there are 20 of them. Okay. If there's not, then I think you need.
Yeah,
I think you need. You got 20 of them.
Yep.
Okay.
2.
All right. So then the next thing I want you to do is to take your die and hold it. Just hold it, like just so that you're holding both ends, like, and then add the numbers that your fingers are on, and they have to equal 21.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, yeah. So these are normal d20s.
Okay. So do they equal 21?
I'm curious about these other ones. See, on this one, if I do that, this equals 23.
Okay, that is a counterfeit die.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I'm not sure that's these.
I wouldn't trust that die to save your life.
Well, cool.
Okay.
My 20 side has all 20s on it.
I would
Those
trust that dice to save your life.
Those very rare. Those are very rare. But I'll allow it.
Jason,
Alright, so I would like to do a
Where did you get
perception
that one?
check to see if I could see any other way we could possibly enter the city without dealing with people.
Okay.
And then I'd also like to do a knowledge check to see if the poorer people would be so inclined to immediately see us as hostiles if we were to try to interact.
Okay. those are good rolls. Okay, so I won't make you roll on the first one as you're looking. The only thing that you can see aside from that small gate at the bottom of the wall is the fact that the wall itself is 20 foot tall, and there are manned towers every, I would say, like 100 feet aside. I think you could scale it if you had perhaps good gear or maybe a spider climb or something of that sort. But you'd want to be cautious of being seen by the towers. Now, as far as the people on the outside of the, you guys don't have a lot of experience with the city, but Crawl, you know, just from going to a small town and boarding a ship to go out to the sea to present yourself to the Kraken, you know that as long as you stay hidden, keep your cloak hiding you, people don't tend to pay much attention to you, as long as you're not interacting with them or people. The poorer people tend to not notice as much.
Okay.
So you might find it fairly easy to sneak through the poor end of town, where there are not a lot of guards. And as if you were going to keep your head low or keep hidden. When you get further into the city, that's when being deceptive seems to be, people are on the lookout for that sort of thing. But as far as, your character's races versus the people in a city, they would be very alarmed to see goblins and orcs and things of that sort. There's a treaty between the tribes, and there is a basically the humans, all of the races do not have the strength to engage each other in war or anything like that. So I wouldn't say there's a truce, but there has not been any conflict in decades. But seeing any of your races amongst the humans and the more civilized races would be alarming to them.
Okay. So I'm guessing the underground goblins don't come out very much.
So yeah, Scrags relays to you that they are basically a tribe of goblin thieves that live under the city, and they are known as the Hidden Hand tribe.
Say that one more time.
And they've managed to stay hidden for the most part.
So are we going in the tunnel then, or are we wait?
Well, what do you guys think? Should we proceed to try to get into the city, or maybe try to explore the outskirts and see what kind of adventuring we can muster up without
Remember, we're still carrying around the chick.
Yeah.
The challenge to getting in the city at the front gate is they collect a tax to get into the city. So they have guards that collect a tax for you to be able to go into each walled area.
Sounds like some in time business.
And the tax is not always gold. It is sometimes it is trade and barter.
Okay.
What if we put Scrags, the witch, and Ock aside, and they can guard the witch. And Tomb, Crawl, and Pickles tries to get in the city.
I'm not against it, but are we going to be able to do everything in the city that we need to without Scrags guiding us?
Well, I figured if we can get in the city, maybe we can go and we can open up a door for them.
How far apart are the towers again?
100 feet apart.
100 feet apart?
No, actually, let's go 100 yards apart. Yes, 100 yards.
300 feet apart?
Yeah.
Okay. And isn't like isn't actual is field of view like what 200 feet or something like that, or 150 feet, or?
I think it's like 200 feet or something.
Okay.
But even if they notice you, it just after that it comes down to range and abilities and attacks and so on. So.
Okay.
You guys can see beyond the walls, the sections of walls. There are towers on all the walls, and the next one in, you can see the tower is much better built. It actually has like a catapult or a ballista mounted on the top. But these ones just seem to be simple guard towers with you can see people, on them, but you can't make out what they are, how they're geared, or anything of that sort.
Okay, so there's the one that is just a regular tower, then the next ones around the city all have, like, ballistas and stuff?
Yeah. Okay. So the one on the outs is just a guard tower, then further in is like an armed ballista catapult, and then further in, you can't
Does anybody else have any rope? I think all of my rope may be being used up on tying up our orcish friend.
I do not have rope. Here's what concerns me. How do you feel when you're in your comfortable nest or home or whatever it is you lizards have, and all of a sudden you notice that somebody you've never met before, who looks vastly different from you, is just suddenly there, and they want to speak with, I don't know, somebody. They haven't invited themselves, or they've invited themselves in. They haven't come to the door, they haven't introduced themselves, they're just suddenly there. That doesn't tend to go over very well in the circles I've been involved in.
We're going to be looked at as a threat.
Yeah.
Do any of us still have disguise self?
Well, here's the thing. We need to go all the way to the Queen. Somehow. We need to involve ourselves in the Queen's life, whether by messenger or by in-person conversation.
Ooh,
that sounds awful difficult if we've made our way in by ways that the Queen's guards aren't comfortable with. So
I don't mind walking up to the front door.
I sort of wonder if we ought to at least first see what we can do, knocking on the front door and introducing ourselves.
Oh, cool.
So is there like a what are they called? Where the bird, messenger bird thing sort of do?
Carrier pigeons?
An apiary?
Is there one?
Yeah.
I mean, they probably communicate that way, but I don't think you would see or know where they were if they were looking to find one specifically.
We can see if
any idea about that?
Gizzard would I know Gizzard does not like turning into a bird, but we could see if he might try to find a place to deliver a message, and I have parchment and a quill. We could write a message saying that we were sent by Brennan Bellhaven to deliver this key.
So you're saying have Gizzard, who's in the form of a a raven deliver a scroll message to somebody that looks important.
Theoretically penned by Brennad Fair, or Brennad, whatever his name was.
Valehaven.
Valehaven. Describing our coming, perhaps?
Hey, it's worth a shot. We won't know if it works, though. You know, we have to.
Communicate with him. Well, that's only 100 feet, though.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay. So, what would you include on this scroll then? What are you going to write as a message?
Who's got the prettiest handwriting? I also have a symbol of Tyr that I took directly from them. We can wrap up in the message to declare our...
I'd have to put a guess that Pickles has probably got some pretty good handwriting.
I'd give you that. As long as you speak common, right?
Yep.
Can you write common?
Yeah, anybody can speak it by default, can read it and write it.
Okay. Cool.
That's a 5th edition thing, by the way. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but yeah.
You want another lollipop?
Yeah.
Where's your other lollipop?
Okay, then.
You ate it all and threw it away?
Yeah.
I don't know that I can give you another one right now. That's a special lollipop for sore throats. You're very
Okay.
sweet. Let me see.
So, what do you want to write then in this scroll? Then pick.
Well,
Can
I don't know. I was gonna write what you guys
Can
wanted
I
me to.
assist him with my religious knowledge?
Of course.
To just give him terminology or whatever to...
So do.
Oh, what? Did we ever learn the name of the queen? Does anybody have that written down?
I believe I've got it written down. We need to seek Queen Rhaegar.
So
So
maybe
Queen Rhaegar. Queen.
Queen Rhaegar. We have been sent by Brennad Valehaven.
No, just pretend to be Brennad Valehaven.
Oh, just pretend to be him?
Queen Rhaegar. We...
Okay, I throw away that note. Start another one.
So Pickles crumples that note up and kind of gives you guys a glare, and takes out another one of his.
Your Highness, Queen Rhaegar.
Queen Rhaegar.
Our party has been besought by hard times, and I've had to... Something along the lines of I've had to...
Enlist the help of unlikely foes.
I've had to entrust my mission to bring you this sacred key to these... to a
group of travelers
band
that I
of
met.
travelers I came across, but their appearance is not of the ordinary.
What are the chances she's going to know the handwriting of that acolyte?
Well, let's just see what happens.
But believe me, as a man of the cloth, that I sense no evil in their hearts.
Here's another idea. What if we present ourselves as Philbar?
As who?
Philbar, the gentleman who tried to kill us in the town, who has been dead for 200 years.
I wonder if they would know he was dead, Or
Yeah, if he's that old, they probably wouldn't know who he is.
Maybe that's to our advantage. We claim to be. What happened?
We'll work on that.
welcome back.
Yeah, sorry.
As soon as Randall gets back, we'll be all set.
Hi, y'all.
Is he back yet?
Yeah.
Just playing. All right.
Okay, Randall, roll the hit.
So we're going to write this letter as Brennan Valehaven.
Declare that they've run into some difficult situations and had to. Maybe they've been. They're too injured to continue their journey or something, so they've hired some mercenaries, maybe?
I have given them a sigil of one of my fallen comrades, so you may be able to know that they are the ones who I have sent.
Okay. All right. I kind of like this. Is there anything else you might add to it to lend further credibility, or you engage upon this course of action?
Can I don't know, can I add some
May Tyr bless you to my queen and aid us all in ending this horrid Evernight.
What about saying something about one of the travelers is a cleric, another man of the cloth? He serves a. I don't know. Should we bring up the fact that I serve a god of death?
I'd like to put in there somewhere like in blessed be the god of Tyr, god of, you know, because it was Tyr, right? He was the god.
Yes.
Yes.
By his holy grace, God of Lord Tyr, or God of Tyr, or
God of Justice.
God of Justice.
Okay, so here are two things I'm gonna kind of remind you of. Well, actually, it's really only one thing, I guess. Tom. An imp can. It says specifically in the monster manual that they turn into something resembling a raven. Okay, so an imp can shapeshift into a creature resembling a raven.
Ah, I see this.
So I'm down with this idea.
The summon familiar spell lets you summon things
I
other
was
than
gonna
an
say,
imp. You could release the familiar, resummon an actual raven spirit or whatever, and go with that one.
It's like an owl, a messenger owl, or a hawk. An owl or a hawk would be the one of the other two I would choose. And that would take about an hour.
Do you want him much? Too much?
Okay.
Is there any chance someone in the slums might have access to some sort of messenger bird?
Pick him out. Look at that.
So, you guys are like at the edge of the forest talking amongst yourselves about what to do, right?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, over.
Gizzard has given you one evil eye. He is looking at you like you have just
What's the matter?
pissed in his cereal.
Pickles sits on his knees and then hands the note to the rock to Stony and see what he can do.
The rock stares at the note. He reads it to himself quietly, and he considers.
And then at its full movement speed, it takes the message to the city as fast as it possibly can.
And the rock says to you, "I will see it done."
Can we smell what the rock is cooking?
You could earlier when it was fighting with the imp. But yeah, that's an idea. You could unsummon, release Gizzard, for all eternity and get something else, that might work better for you.
Now, if I just summon him, does that mean he's gone forever and it's going to be a different imp when he comes, or a different imp if he comes back?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Gizzard's kind of like family now.
I
like him.
I would give you a very, very, very low chance of resummoning the same imp.
Guys, we've already got the plush toys for Gizzard.
Yeah, you guys are already in merchandising for him. That would be a really bad idea.
Nobody has any sort of disguises or like proficiency in making disguises, right?
Well, I've got a disguise kit, but it doesn't give me any bonuses. It's just a disguise kit.
Disguise kit will allow you to make a deception roll using your physical appearance, basically. If you were going to try to deceive someone with how you look, that's what you use a disguise kit for.
And we could not have Gizzard use that, right?
No, he wouldn't have proficiency with it. You could attempt to disguise him, but for him to deliver this note, unless you want him to just drop it from the sky, that, but there's a good chance that if he landed, on a perch nearby someone, they would be like, first of all, they'd be like, what the F is that?
Right.
It looks like a raven, but it seems to be missing feathers here and there and has a vicious shaped beak, or something of that sort.
Yeah.
How much money do we have? Could we perhaps inquire with the slums if anybody has a carrier pigeon we could employ if we gave them some money for it?
Well, yeah, what about a messenger? There's got to be people. Oh, James is gone.
No, I've still got James.
What's that?
Mine is replaced
Are
with
you asking me?
Tim Curry lookalike.
Jason says he lost you.
Are you there, Jay?
It's me, James.
Oh, wait.
I wonder if he's resetting.
I didn't say that. Oh!
Wow!
Are you there, God? It's me, Catherine.
You have moved to your bedroom. And you're probably using your phone now for
Yeah, I
connection?
got tired of sitting on there.
Oh no.
No, I'm just using my laptop.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
But I figured there's only 3 of us now.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
Ow. Ow.
Oh no!
So, listen. Okay. It comes down to this, okay? If you guys are going to use the slums, or the sewers, you're going to be making sneaks and deck checks to stay hidden
There, I'm trying to listen. Can you
under,
watch
under the
it?
city. Okay? If you guys are going to go to the slums, you guys are going to be making persuasion checks. Okay? Because you guys are going to persuade people that might need what you guys are offering. Alright? So if you guys are going to the sewers, you're going to be making a lot of sneaky checks under the sewers to stay hidden. If you guys are going to the slums, you're going to be making persuasion checks to appeal to people that might need what you're offering. And if you guys go right to the gate, you're going to be making deception checks. Okay? And lastly, if you guys decide to do the evil message bird, you're going to also be making a diplomacy check, but it's going to be based on whatever this note says.
I mean, my deception's pretty good.
So I just wanted to give you a clue on how I've basically created those challenge of getting into the city. You follow me?
If we
Yeah.
if
So,
we carry the message ourselves and present it to the guards,
Mm-hmm.
he was just traveling. I didn't see a bird with him. Maybe we deliver the message. We present ourselves as messengers, hand off the note, and then wait and see if they respond. If they don't, then we find another way into the city.
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna stroll up. If you did that, you're gonna stroll up. You're gonna make a deception check to basically get in close to a guard and tell them whatever. That's an option. Yeah.
what's the likelihood of they're going to attack us right when they see what we are?
I suppose we could stand somewhere they could see us. Maybe put out that ever-burning torch. Get them to investigate a little closer, and then we present ourselves to a small batch instead of a bunch of armed guards at the door. Of course, there's no saying they won't come out in a garrison of some kind, but I don't know, to some degree presenting ourselves as not a threat is what we're trying to do here, correct?
It would probably further ingratiate yourselves to the queen or whoever might be in charge to come across that way. The idea of going into the sewers, remember, if you guys, the way you were talking about it last time, is to go into the sewers, get further into the city, and then send a messenger from within the city. That was the option there. So you're just kind of doing the same thing, but at the gate, more or less,
How's everybody else's stealth? And you said stealth and perception for the sewer, right? Or stealth and
your stealth and dexterity.
Okay.
Yeah,
my deception is pretty decently higher than my stealth, personally.
My stealth is decent. but my deception and my
I got +4.
persuasion are both very bad. So if we're going that route, I'm just gonna have to pipe up.
Remember that you guys do have a couple of outfits of the acolytes too that you guys have taken. So if you were going to try to go to the gate wearing those,
I say that might be our best bet is to try to go to the front gate. Maybe a couple of us wear the acolyte uniforms and see how we can make
stand
out.
on each other's shoulders.
Three men in an the 3 children in an overcoat style. Sure. I mean, all the
Good work.
elements are here. But how are they going to feel when we have to part the kimono? Are we going to disguise ourselves all the way to the end game?
If we go up to her to give them a note, and we give them the note and we walk away, they'll never see us parting the kimono.
Sure, let's try it.
can we talk about how parting the kimono sounds like a metaphor for something?
I think that's where it came from. Is probably what it sounded
Jay,
like.
is that on one of your tabs there that you just
On one of my tabs?
What? Parting the kimono?
Yeah, is that what you have a tab open on your laptop called Parting the Kimono?
Oh, and that's why your video runs so slow, because you've got
Mhm.
tabs
No,
open
I
of
don't
people
have
parting
a
their
fetish
kimonos.
kimono.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not one of my fetishes.
You're a lizard person. A Komodo is a really big, nasty, dragon-like lizard, right?
I was hearing kimono, but yeah, all right. Okay. What do you guys think?
With our current set of options, it sounds like an idea to me. Say we give it a shot.
All right, so
I'll take a non-speaking part if that's possible. Actually, you two jump on each other's shoulders and let me jump on top, and let's see how well that works.
all right. So we've
Our
got
fight would come from
I
inside.
saw the picture that you drew.
Ak and Pickles and your prisoner are going to stay in the woods. And you guys
I'm
are
going in the
going
woods?
to. What did I say, Pickles? I said Ox Scrag. I'm sorry, Ox Scrags and the prisoner.
Neela. Her name is Neela.
Thank you.
Mila Kunis?
No, Neela. And okay, so Pickles, are you going to attempt to disguise yourself using that disguise kit or no?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
As best as I can possibly do it.
And what are you trying to disguise yourself as? You are what, 2.5 foot tall?
Yeah. Something like that.
What about there is a separate race called lizard person. Are they hostile? Are humans tend to be hostile towards lizard person?
Yeah, they're basically similar to you guys. They're evil races.
Oh, are they?
And they're also medium, so they're medium-sized creatures.
I'm only like 2 feet, so these guys are
What
foot
would-
and a half on top of me. That's like
Holy crap! We have all of the 2-foot-tall characters that are going to try to do this. I just realized that.
yeah, the 3 of
Yeah,
us on top of
so-
each other's shoulders make about a
Yeah.
medium-sized human.
That would, yeah.
Well, I will say I'm 2'4". Thank you.
Okay, 2'4". So,
I'm
which one of
just
you
a
guys?
little- I'm just a little under 3 feet.
So it seems like with your strength, Tombs, you're going to be on the bottom.
Oh yeah, I'm a bottom.
Okay, and then who's got the next highest strength?
Pickles, what you at?
I have a -2.
Oof. Okay, well, I'm in the
Seven. My
middle.
strength is 7.
I've got an 8, so I'm in the middle.
Wow. Okay, so
Would we be too short if it was just 2 of us instead of 3 of us?
I mean, you'd be. No, I think you'd be short if average individual. You'd probably be between 4 and 5 foot tall.
Do we need all 3 of us if we're just dropping off a message and then retreating back into the shadows?
I don't think so. But if it doesn't work out, you might want all 3 of you guys there.
I will say now, Gizzard's going to turn invisible.
Okay. Is he going to be the 4th man on top?
He's somehow even weaker than all of us. So.
I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration. I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Tomb because for dexterity.
Okay. So are you going just the 2 of you guys, or all 3 of you guys?
For dexterity? Why dexterity?
You guys are definitely going to make some dexterity rolls if
Well,
you guys
for whatever
are
you want.
holding each other up.
You're gonna have to be walking.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got better dexterity than I have strength, so I can live with that, I guess.
Well, you can use it. You can use it already.
Yeah, you can use it on the strength roll. You can, yeah.
26 for whatever you need.
Is it just one roll that I get to use that on, or is it a length of time?
You're gonna make 2 rolls
No, it's 1.
to do this successfully at least.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Bless on the 3 of us.
Okay.
My level 1 spell that gives everyone a D4.
Deception.
What's that?
I'm gonna wait until we're there because it lasts 1 minute, and I'll wanna do that in the moment.
What's
probably.
Pickles' deception?
Deception.
Yeah. What's his
My deception is +4.
Damn.
Plus
should
4.
Should I be on top? If I'm a +5 in charisma.
Damn.
Hey,
Y'all charismatic as hell.
Pickles, are you proficient in deception or no?
No.
Okay, so that's
I do
why.
have a +4 though.
Okay, so then Krawl's got the higher deception, so the person on top is going to be doing the talking.
Oxa half-orc, could we just have her run up, pass on the message, and leave?
In the next session you could, if she's here. Yeah. Just like...
Right,
they would probably... That would, you're like, honey, come here, I need you to do this real quick.
You only need to watch...
Alright, well, if I'm in the middle then, and Crow's on top because he's got a bad deception, I want to cast Bardic Inspiration on him as well.
Okay, are you casting Bardic Inspiration on you? Because you could use that +2 to hold him up as well.
Would it be a good idea?
Bards can't cast it on themselves. Not until
Pardon?
What's that one? Your inspiration or whatever? Does that help us in this? Or is that only in combat?
It's Bless, and it's for saving throws, but yeah, I'm gonna hit us before we go in, probably.
Okay.
Alright, so we got Tombs on the bottom. And his strength is a what? Plus, what's your modifier for strength?
+2.
And your modifier for dex?
+3.
And then Pickles is in the middle. Are you guys going 3 tall or no? I say go big or go home, you guys.
I thought we were.
Sure, let's go. Let's give ourselves
Alright.
more chance to fail. It's more interesting that way.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Pickles.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's your strength?
7.
So you said you're a -2? And then
Yep.
what's your dex?
My dex saving throw
Yeah. Well,
is a 5. Dexterity 17.
no, it's not saving throw then. It's going to be, so you're a +3. Okay. These are just straight stat rolls. So, They're not saving throws. And then finally crawl.
My strength is -1 and my dexterity is +3.
All right. So what are you guys wearing?
The robe of tear that we got from.
I think we should put that.
What's that, Jay?
Yeah, that robe of tear, like Randall said.
Okay. All right. Are you guys adding anything else to your outfit to give you guys some credibility?
I have
Anything like that?
I have a symbol of tear that I took
Okay.
from.
So you're gonna close the robe with the clasp, the symbol of tear. Anything else you guys are doing to make this work?
I have a staff. Would we happen to be able
Is
to use
that
that
key
to get
for-
any sort of advantage with balance?
Yes, it would. I would give you that.
Yeah, I've got a staff, so I say we kind of walk using the staff with our
Okay.
hand, with my hand.
So the person on top, I think, is going to be able to use the staff. That would be you, Crawl.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Is the key well known? The key well known to everybody? We don't probably know that.
You don't really know that, no.
We're just a messenger. We wouldn't have the key. We want
You
them
might-
to want to meet us in our actual selves with the key.
You might surmise that the key came from far away and probably is not something that's known by the average Joe.
What about Jeff?
Yeah, that's different though.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Can
would
we,
get a knowledge check.
is-
Jeff would get a knowledge check.
Are there any distinctive features on the key we could mention in our note to show that we have it?
The key is old looking, and it seems to be like the it doesn't have a typical teeth on the key, as you know you might have seen like an ancient like
a
gate
skeleton
key
key.
sort of thing. It kind of has like it's a ring of gears, and the gears are different shapes on them.
Is it hollow through the center?
No, it's just there's a slender tube with this set of gears that the gears actually spin around the actual key.
I think we should mention that in the note if there's still some room.
How about an imprint of the key? How big is this note? We do like a chalk outline of it? You know?
I'm not sure how to imprint the key on a piece of paper.
A rubbing?
Dip it in the
Like a rubbing?
It's not flat enough to really do a real kind of rubbing, but you could draw an imitation of it, basically.
I do a lot of writing. Would I have any proficiency towards illustration?
Yeah, I mean, I'd give you a roll on it, absolutely. Basically, you guys are all going to roll on this document. Whoever had some input on it, and we'll figure out, as long as none of you guys screws it up, we'll see how it goes.
All right.
I can't promise anything, guys. I'm rolling like a dream today. Sure.
Okay, anything else I need to know before you...
I don't think I have anything else that could benefit this endeavor of ours.
All right, what are you doing with Steve?
I think you're talking to this guy's kid, right?
Steve's gonna hang back with the others.
Okay.
Readying in action only refers to combat, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
then yeah.
I mean, you could ready in action for quite a while. Basically, but whatever you're doing is going to be fairly obvious to the observer. If you're readying a spell, for example, that means you have your focus out. You may be channeling magical energy.
Okay.
You know, that's readying in action. Because when something happens, then you're going to let go of that spell, and it's going to be a completed spell.
Okay. And then, what does so one of my spells has next to the duration, it has a diamond with a C in it?
Concentration.
Okay, so that requires my concentration.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know if it requires your complete concentration. Concentration. But
Yeah, we don't.
some things require you to just be able to acknowledge its continuation in order for it to keep going.
Oh, okay.
But some things also require you to continue to channel it, depending on the spell.
Okay.
All right.
Then I
did give Tom my disguise kit to crawl.
So are you going to attempt to disguise Kral, who's up on top?
To make him look not like a
Well,
lizard.
you can't look like the kobold.
So okay, let's do some dice rolls on this then. Jay, why don't you give me a disguise roll? I want a disguise roll for the whole ensemble, and then also for Kral on top.
So do I get a bless bonus, right? That was 1d4?
Yes.
Before we go, we'll ask the rest of the party,
Okay.
the people who are holding back, what do you think? Does it look human to you? I am a human. I have a mortgage.
I am human.
I sure enjoy
I got a 21.
for some reason.
So that's a 21, and that was so you added your deception, and you added the D4 for the roll, right?
Yep, I got an 18 and I got a 3 for the d4.
Okay. So
That was the guys.
So the whole ensemble together, you guys look pretty good. And now give me a roll for Kral himself.
And I'll give him a blessing of guidance for that. All I have to do is touch him.
Be carrying him?
What's that, Jay?
Oh, holy cow. I got a 21.
Wow.
we look great.
That's pretty good.
Okay. So you managed to do. You managed to make sure you guys are all tied up in this robe. You've got the symbol is holding you guys together. You've got a staff to walk with.
Does the robe have a hood?
He's managed to fashion the top of the robe into a hood that covers up Kral's appearance for the most part, barring any really, really close inspection. So that's about as good as you think you can make it. So what do you guys do? Do you guys start the balance act on the way, or do you guys wait until you get closer and kind of hide and then put it together?
I think we might need to do it from afar.
I think we should practice a little bit.
Oh, right.
You want to get all our good rolls out of the way before we go, right?
I think maybe I don't know, if we aren't already, I'd say we get as close as we can, without having to sneak to not be seen, and then hop into our ensemble.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do.
James, when I cast Bless, is there many of my spells when I've cast them have seemed to create a light effect? When I cast Bless, that's just pretty much God granting some extra luck, isn't it? Would that?
Yeah, there is going to be an effect. There's going to be an effect, but it's minimal. And as long as you kind of do it
under the robe.
Yeah, I think that if anybody's going to get a check, they're going to have to roll pretty good on that. So
okay,
you got to be okay with that. So I'm going to tell you guys, like, this is the one idea I did not think was going to happen. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys one inspiration for this scenario.
What does that mean exactly?
It's going to give you another D6 wherever you guys need it. One spent. So I want you guys to pick when it's used together, because you only get one.
Okay.
Okay, because you all are going to have your rolls to do on this. So spend it wisely.
Yeah. There's no way this is going to work. But I'm
So
excited.
I really want it to work, but I also really want it to fail miraculously. So All right.
If the plan fails, just cut and run.
Oh, can you use a potion of healing on somebody else
Yes.
as your action?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna give one of my potions of healing that I have in my inventory. I'm gonna take that and give one of them to Gizzard.
Okay. All right. So that way Gizzard could transfer it to one of you guys if he needs to?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys have your costume put together, and you start moving across a wide open plain towards the Now, are you guys beelining towards the gate, or are you guys going to go towards the town and then kind of head in from there?
I think the gate.
Yeah, I think the less checks we have to make to keep this ensemble together, the better. Even though I'd like to see what's going on in the town.
We can save that for the wait time when we're letting them read and determine what they want to do with the message.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
No.
you guys are moving directly across the plain to the gate. Now, as you guys get closer and closer to the wall,
I'm gonna cast
within
bless
200 or
on all
300
three of
yards
us.
away, you get to start to make out the people that are walking the top of the wall and in the tower, and most of them look like armed guardsmen with crossbows. Occasionally, you see a individual wearing a robe, and they're all wearing purple up on top of the gate, the wall here. So the wizards or sorcerers or what have you, the casters, they're wearing purple robes. The guards, they'll have armor on with purple accents or purple cloak, and so on. And you guys continue to move towards the gate. When you're about 100 feet away from the gate, you've already cast your spell. Did you at this point, Randall, or no?
I'm just using my guidance and touching all three of us from under. I'm touching all three of us under the robe.
Okay.
And giving guidance.
Nice. That's very nice. All right. So, all right. I need you guys to give me your first check as you guys are approaching the wall here. Tombs, give me a strength roll.
Who's that? All of us?
Tombs.
Okay, dice. We haven't
You're
been
moving
getting along
so
so well
fast.
up to this point. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, natural 20.
Very nice. So you are holding everyone up very nicely, very pretty well steadily. Pickles, I need you to give me a strength roll.
Do you though?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, so listen, the way inspiration works is you can choose to use it, but you have to use it before I tell you the results of your action.
But you do have my guidance, which lets you add a d4.
So
Okay.
you're going to make a strength roll plus a d4, and then you can choose to, you guys want to hand them off that inspiration, you can.
Okay, well, I got a 6.
Even with the
And that's
d4?
so -2 is a 4.
Does the staff at the top take any of the extra weight?
No, that's gonna do well for Paul.
Can I reach out and grab the staff?
Head out of the.
This individual crossing the plane suddenly sprouts another arm.
It would just be a little arm.
It's not good, he just had a
Little arm.
Okay, so do you want to use the inspiration roll, or do you I will tell you that is a hard fail, Jay.
Okay, well, I mean, what are
So,
we gonna use it later? If we fail now, let's use it. You already used the D4 and it only got you to 6?
Well, yeah,
I rolled a 3.
time when we would use the inspiration, it's not like we can save it.
Yeah, let's burn that thing.
So another D6.
Yeah.
But even if I get this is a 4 right now. Even if I get a 6, that's a 10. Is 10 gonna be good enough?
Probably not. Let's just try to recover what we can with what we got. I'm guessing somebody's getting dropped.
I got a 6, so I think the 10.
Okay. So that's a total of 12, isn't it? You got a 6 total, and then 6, right?
No, because I got a 6, but my strength is -2.
It brings you down to a 4. But then you add your D4.
Plus 6.
No, you.
I already did that.
And that was a plus what?
So I rolled a 3.
Okay. Oh, I
added the D4.
Oh, wow.
I thought you rolled a 6.
It's a bad time to roll like that, Jason.
So,
So I got
all
a
right.
10 with the 3.
Sorry, Pickles. I need you to give me a dex check.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to find that real quick.
Just roll your fraud.
Pickle.
Oh, my what?
Pickles. I need you to give me a dex check.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's a 17.
Okay.
Plus my 3 is a 20.
Very nice. So,
Why are you wiggling around so much?
let me try to illustrate this, guys. You guys are walking across this field, doing really, really well up until this point. And then it's almost as if you bend completely over at the midsection. Kind of tilt a little bit, sort of in a circle. And then a miraculous dex check stands you straight right back up again.
Hey, Briar, let's not play this right now. Can you watch your movie?
Crawl, I need you to make a dex check, Crawl.
Thank you, sweetheart. No, let's not play the
Then
dance right now.
You make it with advantage because of the
Miraculous save?
The staff allows you to make it with advantage.
Okay, how do I wait to add the D4 until after I get the advantage roll?
No, you add it to both.
Okay. And you said dexterity?
Yep.
Oh, okay, well, first I got an 18 and
Okay.
a 1 and a plus 3.
Okay.
So that was a plus 2. Then I rolled that 20.
Wow.
And a plus 3, so 26.
So when you finally pick yourself back up, he does it with a flourish. like he strikes the pose.
Like an Olympic gymnastic
like
competitor who just landed that.
And just briefly, you hear from further in town. You hear. And you make it up to the front of the gate, and you stand in line for just a few moments as there's a small group ahead of you guys.
One of them looks suspiciously like 3 people in an overcoat. I can't tell you how often this happens. Is it Thursday again already?
So, as you guys are waiting, there's a small family like in front of you, and there's a woman and a man, and their two children, and the youngest children is standing like closest to you, and Crawl, you happen to glance down, and he's looking straight up at you with his roll of a 19 perception, looks right into your eyes, and he kind of just cracks his head, and then you see him pulling on Mommy's shirt, mommy.
Mommy.
Can you get an invisible imp to make a distraction somewhere?
Hey, Mama.
Shush, honey, shush. We're trying to get into the gate. Shush, Mommy. Do you guys want to do anything to? Does the imp poison bite him or anything, or?
Poison bite him.
My wingspan is still really short, huh?
Poison
Yeah, I mean it is. You're not quite shaped right. Let's just put that out there, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are getting by, but you're not quite shaped right.
And this kid, I'm guessing, is what, 2-3 feet tall?
Yeah.
I mean, can we, I'll give Pickles to pass down a gold piece that I give Pickles to and I'll hold up my finger like this, and the gold piece will poke out of the robe and hand the gold piece to the kid.
Wait, did you say you gave it to me?
No, I'm gonna give it to Pickles so that he can give it to you.
Why not just drop it like it fell out of our pocket and rolled off?
No, wait. No. He already said he's doing this, okay? He already said he's doing this. So this little hand popped out around crotch height, maybe. Maybe a little lower. The child takes the coin. The line moves ahead. You would probably set this child up for so much bad stuff in the future.
And I just lost the GP.
Mom
Okay.
always told me not to talk to strangers, but one man opened his robe and gold fell out.
All right. So this family moves into the gate and just past the guards, and you hear, "Where did you get the quarter? Where did that? Where did you get the gold coin?"
That is nice. Man's
all
waist
right.
gave it to me.
All right. 5 crowns to enter. Quick, be about it now.
I stick my hand down, snapping at them.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're gonna
I hand up.
give him 5
No.
more coins. Toombs, give him 5 more coins from your knees down there.
All right.
No. So Crawl is at the top with the hands out. So it would be Crawl that would hand off the coins, right?
We don't need to get inside.
Yeah, I was thinking I was
We just need to pass
snapping,
the
trying to get
message.
somebody to hand me the gold pieces.
Okay. So are you guys looking to enter, or are you dropping off the scroll and leaving?
Oh,
We just passed the message into his hand. The scroll.
5 coins to enter.
With the
Be
5.
quick about it.
Sure.
I,
Pass up the note and 5 coins.
I'm gonna hand him the note and say a message for the queen.
All right. Give me a deception check.
Well, that's not deception. That's true. It's a message for the queen.
Okay. All right. So are you trying to disguise your voice at all, or disguise your mannerisms, or? Because if you are, that's a deception roll.
I'm disguising my voice.
Sure. I'll say.
I want all 3 of you guys in unison say a message from the queen.
Oh, if I'd have taken the thaumaturgy, I might could have just passed it up to his mouth for him. But I don't have good deception, so.
Is there just the one guy, or is there two?
There are two guards out there, but one is kind of standing off a ways.
Okay.
Don't try anything funny, Tom. Just give him the note.
So don't try to charm him.
No.
Okay.
They
But yeah, I'm
recognize
just
when
gonna,
the charm
I'm gonna
wears
try
off.
to deepen my voice and not sound so lizardy, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say a message for the queen.
Okay. I like that. It's got some gravitas in the voice there. It's got some good good gravel in it.
It
All right.
sounded really lizardy,
give me a
Tom.
deception roll. Give me a deception roll.
A deception roll.
6
With
inspiration.
the Yeah, I got an 18.
Okay. That's what you got before, bro.
Plus 4 is 22. Plus 5 is 27.
Very nice. Okay. Yeah, he's. Yeah, message, eh? Yeah. 5 crowns will get it passed.
Turn and walk away.
I did pass up 5 coins.
Well, I reach kind of into my cloak, I guess, and grab the 5 coins.
Yeah, I hand up. We hand up.
Okay. Give me a. I want you guys to give me one dex check, just because I gotta see a 1 come out of it. So come on now.
I got a 17 plus 3 is 20.
Would that be sleight of
Sorry.
hand?
All right. What did you get, Tom? What did Carl get?
You said each of us, right?
Yep.
That's 12.
All right. All right. Good enough. You guys pass up the coins under the cloak. You reach down and take the coins out and give him 5 crowns. Very well. Be gone with you.
I turn around and start maneuvering my way. I don't even care what direction. I'm just gonna turn away from the guards and start walking.
All right. Give me one more roll, strength roll, please.
12 plus 2 plus 1, 15.
All right, Pickles. Here's your moment to shine. Give me a strength roll.
17.
All righty.
So minus 2 is 15.
Crawl, give me a strength roll. Or a dex
strength?
roll. Well, yeah, you give me a dex roll because you're not holding any weight. You're just...
Don't do this, Tom.
First one's an 18.
All right, you're good to go.
Okay, cool.
All right, so you guys maneuver pretty easily back through the crowd on the way out to the field and head out towards the forest. No arrows in the back, no spells cast upon you. The message is delivered, and we'll find out what happens with that next time.
Yeah.
Did we say anything about how to get it back to us? Because our original plan was to send it via Raven.
So what we'll do during the next week, guys, I want you to actually type up on the Discord what this note says, so I can figure out how exactly whoever's going to get it is going to react to it.
All right, that sounds pretty good.
Okay.
That's your homework, okay?
Fellas, I gotta warn you. My laptop came unplugged over the course of the message. When I cut out at that one point, that was my laptop shutting off. So I don't know that the video is still recording, but I don't know if it's gonna be usable or not. So even though this might have been one of my favorite recordings so far, I don't know that we've got one.
It'll always be in your memory, because it'll always be in mine.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
You too.
Good night. Thanks for playing.
I think that went pretty well.
Almost not very well at all, and then fine.
Yeah, that little acrobat